In this video, we're going to take a look at 9,373 points of 30k Death Guard. Hi guys, Mike back again with a video showcase of my 30k Death Guard Legion. This is the culmination of about 2 years, I suppose, on and off. Bearing in mind that I paint every day, well, nearly every day probably, but in the evenings, a couple of hours probably. And I've been doing this army since January, February time 2017. It's November 2018 as we speak now, so getting on for 2 years. And everything that I've bought for the army has been painted, apart from one thing, which is the Games Workshop Demon Prince of Nurgle, which I'll kind of add to the army when I kind of get around to painting him. But this is it. Quite a lot there, as you might see. 9,373 points. And when we look in the front section here, that's 126 Mark 3s and 4s, predominantly from the Betrayal at Calth and Burning of Prospero sets. There's 2 each of those. And then I've got 14 breaches, which were the Forge World resins, but they are Mark 3. So yeah, 126 minis there of the Mark 3 and 4 variants. Looking at the back rows here, we've got 3 7-man Terminator squads. And over there, we've got 7-man Squad of Death Shroud. And the miniatures up behind that, in front of the Fellblade and the Anvilus, is my HQ and elites. So we're just going to go through the army and have a little look, and show you what my 2 years worth of efforts have kind of bought really. All of the force, 7-man squads, 7 or 14-man squads, depending on what squad it is. So we'll just go through and have a look. So from left to right, we've got 2 14-man tactical squads. That's my kind of core troop choices, compulsory. So you have to have them, but I wanted to go 14-man, so we've got 2 of those. Then we move into the next block of 3 here. So that's 3 7-man support squads. And from left to right, we've got flamers, we've got melters, and we've got rotor cannons. The rotor cannon just reminds me of Blaine from Predator. So I wanted to get rotor cannons in the mix, which I have done. And then we're moving along to this 7-man destroyer squad. Well, I haven't fielded yet. Very expensive points-wise. And that's the Forge World kit. Bolstered by a couple of Mark IV Marines, actually. So you get a kit of 5 Mark IVs. And I put a couple of Mark IV Marines in from Betrayal at Calth, just to kind of make it a 7-man squad. Then we've got, given the Sergeant Scythe, because you can, and why not, because it's Death Guard. Then we move on to 2 7-man veteran tactical squads. On the left here, we've got Weapon Masters, and on the right, we've got Machine Killers. So yeah, that's my 2-man veteran tacticals. Then we move on to Heavy Support, where we've got 5 7-man squads. Missile launchers, heavy flamers, auto cannons, missile launchers, las cannons. So there we go, 7-man squads there. Then we've got 14-man squad of breachers, which are the Forge World models that I spoke about. And then a 7-man recon squad. My only squad, actually my only miniatures in this whole force, save a couple of HQ and elite choices, that are bareheaded. And they've all got shotguns. Again, not fielded, but I just wanted a shotgun squad, you know, of them jumping out of some vehicle, just blasting with their shotguns, and then promptly dying, really. But so that's just a bit of a fun squad there. And then we'll move to the back, where we've got 7-man Cataphracti Terminator squad. And I felt that Cataphracti armour was an armour that fitted with the Death Guard. Those of you that follow the channel know that I'm doing a Raven Guard army at the moment, and there won't be any Cataphracti in that army because I feel that Raven Guard are more suited to Tartarus pattern armour. So that's kind of that. I kind of try and keep my armies quite thematic. Moving along, 7-man Grave Warden, and then a 7-man Terminator squad, but that's Ignatius Grolgor's squad. and there's a video on that on the channel if you care to go and find it. Then at the very back, Spartan, assault tank, Proteus, that I load up with veteran tacticals or something I just want to get up the field and then jump out and cause a bit of mayhem and then probably die. Predator, Damocles Command Rhino, Medusa. Then we've got sort of the dreadnoughts of the Force at the moment. Got a couple of Leviathans and one with a drill and the gosh, can't remember the name of the weapon. Anyway, yeah, can't remember. And then the front one there's got the storm cannon and the snippy claws. So the cyclonic thing, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, cyclonic something. Anyway, then we've got Contemptors, a Cortus and a Mortis, twin Caries at the back there, and then twin Power Fist type affair at the front. And again, the Cortus would go in the Anvilus just to get dropped in and again cause a bit of trouble. And then moving along, we've got Fellblade. Again, video on that, so really pleased with that. And then the Anvilus as well, which I really like. Got the Rapier weapons battery here. Like a couple more of those actually. Again, not fielded that one yet. And then I've got Apothecaries, 3 Apothecaries. And then in the front here, we've got some Centurion type minis. So we've got my Siegebreaker console and Herald console. So the Moritat there. There's a Techmarine and a Praetor and my Librarian console. The Death Guard don't favour Librarians, but if you're not fielding Mortarion, you can take a Psyker. And I haven't I don't think I've really shown you these. I'm not sure if I have on the channel or not, so I don't know how much viewing we'll be able to get from this. But this is the Forge World model of this guy summoning some kind of psychic energy. But pretty pleased with him. He comes with a cape, but I decided to go without the cape. Again, nothing in this army, no fanciness in this army. And the only person who's got a cape in the whole force is Mortarion himself. And then I've got this Praetor that I made out of the Aspiring Champion, the Games Workshop model, but just painted up in my colours. So that's him. And then what else didn't I show you? The Herald. So I've used a decal from the Death Guard decal kit, and this is the model from Forge World. So yeah, so that's him. And then we'll move down to the front, and we've got Callus Typhon, first captain, again, who himself is a Psyker, but not if you're fielding him with Mortarion, he doesn't have his psychic powers. Then we've got 7 Death Shroud, protecting, not that he needs it. Bodyguard to the main man himself, Mortarion, and so that is him. Really pleased with him. Really enjoyed painting him. He is not coming, he is not focusing. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, really gaunt face. And in my colour scheme, again, where they've gone chaos, they've turned, but quite like that effect on the cape there. It was all muddy and, you know, dirty and horrible. But yeah, that's the main guy. That's him himself. So that's Mortarion. And that's the Force. Got some 3-inch blast markers here. I bought these at Salute one year. But these are my lingering death markers. So the idea was that the crater was where someone was and they've been exploded and they've just sort of, you know, yeah. So that's just kind of the lingering death. So that's it. That's the whole Force. 9,373 points in all its glory. I'll just put a picture up at the very end of the video just so you can sort of see it on the table. But that's it for now. On to Raven Guard. Really, really enjoyed putting this Force together. We'll still get a couple more bits. I'd like to get some more Predators maybe. Another Proteus for transportation. Transportation is what I need in this army because it's a very slow foot slogging force and I need to get the games I've played at least anyway, I need to get models up the field, and walking up the field doesn't cut it, doesn't work. So again, dropping things in the Anvilus, moving things up in the Proteus or the Spartan, you know, so that's kind of the next phase really. So let me know what you think. Questions, queries, comments, always welcome. Hope you've enjoyed the little showcase, little look-see. And that's it for this one. So I will catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.